All right, all right. What's going on, party people here on the YouTube? I'm tired. Ain't gonna lie. I had a 7 a.m. signing this morning, and of course, y'all know I don't be going to bed till late, so I'm hurting right now. I just ate some food. Probably shouldn't have ate that garlic toast, but them carbs kicking in now. I might have to get me some coffee just to try to stay awake. I don't have any other signings, no house inspections. So I'm gonna go over here and take care of some stuff for the wife at her cosmetology school. Got to install some stuff for her, so I'm gonna work on that this afternoon. But I just did a video about an hour or so ago on Instagram talking about our notaries, the next NAR, National Association of Realtors, meaning from the standpoint of basically price fixing and violating the Sherman Antitrust Act and things of that nature. Basically going against the ability for fair competition in a free market. So I was sitting here eating my food, getting ready to drop my documents off from my signers. Oh, that's right, I gotta do that thing. I just thought about something. Um, all right, I had forgot to do my closeout on my order. It just clicked in my head, and I was like, I meant to do it. I saw the email. I forgot. I got so much stuff going on. But yeah, so so I was talking about that, and basically, about violating the Sherman Antitrust Act. You should look it up. I also did a video about it back in December. So while I was sitting here eating, scrolling through YouTube, what do I see? That Apple is now getting sued for violating the Antitrust Act, the Sherman Antitrust Act, and creating a monopoly. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because you really got to think about the stuff that people are saying that notaries should be doing and what they're asking us to do. Does it violate some type of law? See, the NNA has covered their butts by having an article on their website that I have a link to, and I'll put the video I'll put the link to that video that I'm talking about it in the description. And in the description of that video is the link to that NNA article where they're saying we're not going to violate the Sherman Antitrust Act. So the NNA is trying not to be like NAR. They're trying not to go down that road. And this is just me saying that, not that the NNA has told me. I have no communications with them outside of my membership with them with the hotline. But it just makes sense that they're like, okay, we're a professional association, just like the NAR, National Association of Realtors. They're not a union. NNA is not a union. And the point that I'm making here is they're not playing out here in the federal government. If you create a monopoly where there's unfair practices being executed on, sorry about that, YouTube not executed, being portrayed or pushed onto the general public, they're not going for that. The federal government gonna come after you. And when they come after you, they come after you with fines and jail time. Okay? I'm talking about you get them both. You might get them separate, but if you go into jail, you getting fined. You might not go to jail if you get fined, but if you go to jail, your hind part's getting fined. So if you go to jail, you getting both. And what I'm trying to say here is not what I'm trying to say. What I'm saying is we need to leave this whole topic about somebody fighting for us to get a certain fee or notaries band together for a certain fee. Okay? Me doing these videos is covering my butt because I know if anybody, state, local, state government, local government, anybody start, okay, what's this stuff the notary's talking about? They're going to have proof right here. Griff said you ain't supposed to do that. You ain't supposed to do that because it's violating the law. So you need to learn the law. So we need to stop talking that talk, whether in public or private. We need to stop talking that and stop trying to band together and force people into paying us money to where you are Xing out competition. You remember that one live where I really was having a fit, and where they was talking about a lady who did an order for $25, and then the other notaries jumped on her, and now she knows her worth and all of that. All of that is price fixing. In my opinion, That's price fixing, because you're saying to that person they can't charge the price that they want to charge. You're demanding, even though you don't own their business, don't run their business, you're demanding that they charge the same fee that you are charging, not because what you're giving them is any better quality at a higher price. That's just what you want to get paid. And by them charging a lower fee, it affects you. That's competition. And the problem is simply this. Notaries do not want to compete. They do not want to compete whatsoever. They will lie, do whatever they can to make everybody think that they're the best, but they really don't want to compete. They don't want anybody to stand up to them and to make them do what's right. They want everybody else to fall off to the side, and they win by default. So if you're afraid of competition, you shouldn't be in business whatsoever. Not just the notary business, but any business, because it's all about competition. If you need everything given to you, you need everybody else to fall off to the wayside so you can be the number one. This ain't the business for you. Just business isn't for you. So let's get focused on working and doing the job of a notary on a consistent basis, providing great service that actually adds value to the customer. Nobody gets value because you're wearing white gloves. And I'm not trying to pick on anybody who actually does, but I'm just using it as an example because that keeps coming up. White glove, white glove. Wear whatever you want, do whatever you want, but just make sure that when you do what you're supposed to do for them, which is notarize the signatures, you're doing that right. And if you are, then hey, I don't care about whether you're wearing white gloves, blue gloves, or any gloves. Just get the job done and get it done right, and charge the people the fair, proper price. Don't overcharge them. Don't make them pay you for stuff that you shouldn't be getting paid for, but just do the job and move forward. And if you're not happy with what the pay basically is for what we do as notaries, then you need to go on somewhere else instead of trying to force the consumer to pay you a fee that is actually illegal. That's my thoughts on it. Now, y'all give me your thoughts on it. I would love to hear what you got to say, but Apple is being sued. And if you look at the video, and I'll put the video that I looked at in the link in the description, and just listen to what they're saying, especially when it comes to about the part about competition. Price fixing is going against competition. It's creating a monopoly to where you're doing it and not giving a fair advantage, because that means if you're trying to say everybody who wants to use a notary has to go through this method, has to have people from this. You're not giving people who don't want to be notaries, who don't want to be a part of your organization, the ability to do commerce, because you're saying everybody has to come to you to get a notary, when I could actually get a notary from them over there. But now we don't want you to use them. You can only use them if they're part of us. So now you're restricting me from being able to make money. I'm going to put the link in the description. Listen to it carefully, and that's what they're talking about. So be careful. Be ready to compete. Go out there and compete. If you're not, go find something else to do. All right. Talk to y'all later. Peace.